What's up guys, and welcome to Q.U.B.E Director's Cut. This is a game that released on the PlayStation 4 about a week ago. It is a first-person puzzle game, and honestly comparable to Portal. Definitely different from Portal in its own unique ways, but if you're looking for, quick words to describe the game, definitely comparable to Portal in the fact that it is a first-person, environment-dependent puzzle game. But besides that, it's actually a really cool, interesting, and pretty unique game. So we're gonna head in here. I'm gonna head into a part of the game where hopefully it's not too far in to spoil anything, because the story is important, but far enough to give you guys a gist of what we're doing. It's gonna be Sector 3. There are, as you can see, a total of 7 sectors from my knowledge. I've tried to play as much of the game as I could, but I'm not the best at puzzle games, I will admit. But I will say that Sector 5, from what I've gotten through to it so far, has been my favorite. But let's do Sector 3. Now here we go, entering the third sector here, and each room, or the whole game, is sort of constructed of these white blocks, and it looks really good in my opinion. Like, it sort of has like that asylum look, but it's actually not an asylum. It's just sort of like a really clean, spaceship-y kind of look, which actually ties in with the story pretty well. So what our idea with Q.U.B.E is that depending on what color the block is, it depends on what it does. Obviously, white doesn't do anything, but red here can extend, I think, 3 blocks long? Yep, and we can basically use the left, or the L2 and the R2 to extract and retract these blocks. So we need to find a way to get up there. So I think our best option is to use these things, which make the whole thing move. So color coordination is very important in this game. Whatever color you see will be whatever color affects, the whole area. So you want to be able to pay attention to that, but basically we do that, we hop right across. Pretty easy one. Now this blue one, we retract it. Oh, wrong one. It cannot extract, but we can do this and it'll launch us into the air. So you can see there's probably some stuff we can get done with that. Now we also have another red block, so my assumption is that we can extend it like this, then go through, and then let's find out. Ooh, not quite. So hopefully the distance between the blue block here and this wall is shorter, but if we look, it's definitely shorter from here to here. So what we can do is we can make this move, and then make it move one more time. There we go, and now this should work. Let's give it a shot, and boom. But you'll see a number of different puzzles like this. Some of them have physics in them, like a rolling ball going down a hill, and you'll have to move blocks specifically in a pattern so that the ball goes into the slot, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of different and unique puzzles. It actually is pretty varietous. Okay, now this room looks a little more intimidating. Now we have yellow blocks, and with yellow blocks, can't extract them or retract them, but we can extract them. Now with these ones, they're pretty interesting. It depends on which block you click on or choose. So we can retract that again. If I extract it from here, this one will be the tallest. But if I do it from the center, it sort of has this weird effect to it. So you need to know which one does what. So I think my goal will be to move that here, and at this point the game isn't too difficult. I felt like I got stuck pretty hard on the second area because I had some of that ball physics area. But overall, it still wasn't super tough. So I figured that we want to bounce off of this and go on the other side of the room. So we definitely want some blocks to catch us. So let's put this here, put it out as far as we can, and hopefully this works. There we go. Oh, yep, okay, it worked. Okay then, let's see what happens if we can go over here. Now, can we jump high enough? No, we can't. Okay then, so we have another puzzle for us. I think what we have to do here is see if we can't bounce ourselves into it. So let's try this. Now, of course, with Portal, it's a little different with how you interact with the environment, but you can tell the similarities. So I need to do that, and then retract this, and this should get it for us. Ready? Boom. With Portal, you sort of have a tool that you use in tandem with the environment. Oh wait, before we go, this is gonna be a story part, but before we go, in Portal, you sort of have a tool that you use in tandem with the environment, but in Q.U.B.E, the environment is sort of your tool. That's sort of the big difference between the games. But either way, here's a taste of the story that you can find within Q.U.B.E.
Hello? Can you hear me? Huh. No point in saying that, is there? Okay. I'm gonna have faith. I'm at the peak of my orbit again, so fingers crossed this is getting to you. I've been speaking with Mission Control. They're worried about you. Because your radio's out, we don't know if you've lost your memory or not. If you have, it could be bad for the mission. One of the methods they use to bring back memories for amnesiac patients is to talk to them about important events in their lives. So, before you left, you wrote yourself a letter, just in case. It's a letter to you about you. Mission Control gave me a transcript. We think it's for the best that I read some of it to you.
So far you've gotten a little taste of what the story sort of feels like, but there's still more.
Okay, well, first, you're married. You have no children. You live in Colorado Springs, but you got married in Iceland. That's nice. Damn. I'm orbiting out of range. I'll read more if you're still there.
Okay then, so there's a little taste of our story. One thing that did annoy me, if we go to the options here, and there is no subtitles. As somebody who's a big fan of subtitles for a number of different reasons, especially if you may be a deaf user of or player of the game, you will not be able to enjoy the story because of the lack of subtitles. That's just something to know going into it, but if you don't mind that, then the story is actually pretty interesting. I'm not going to talk too much about the story besides the fact that it's interesting, but I feel like the story is best enjoyed when it is portrayed to you the way the game wants it to. So here we have something interesting. What may I have to do here? So we have this green block. Now, a green block doesn't do anything. The goal of the green block is that you can move it with other blocks. But if you get it stuck in a place you don't want it to be, you can do this. So yeah. So now, what can we do? I think that we want to move this guy over like this and possibly retract it. I'm a little confused. I don't remember this one too much. And I'm assuming this isn't what we want, because that brings it over here, and there's not really a use for it, I guess. Oh, there might be. Yo, let's give this a shot. Actually, here we go. Now we can move this over here. It can get a little trippy when you see stuff move like that. It gets hard, like your eyes might have a hard time adjusting. Well, I fell off. Huh, that's actually happened to me before. So let's try that again. Let's hop back up here and move that while I'm moving over. Now, I've actually not have fallen off of that before, so I don't know if that was a part of the game. Oh, nope, I'm doing it this time. Okay, and there's that puzzle solved. But you can tell that the story, the way it portrays itself, is pretty darn cool. I like it a lot. This is a cool game in my opinion, especially if you like puzzles. Now, this is where the physics section comes in. If we press this button, a ball will come out of this chute here, unless I didn't press it. Here, there you go. Wrong one. And now the goal is to get it into the green hole. So basically, we just gotta move this guy, use whatever we can to get it there. Now we just push it in. And this is, this is just another type of puzzle you can find in the game. I do like how it sort of splits itself up varietously. The new mechanics are introduced in a fair way. It's, always pretty entertaining. The only thing I don't really enjoy is the lack of, I guess, human or lifelike entities. In Portal, things were a little, in Portal 2 at the least. Portal 1, not so much. But in Portal 2, well, even in Portal 1 you have the sentries, but, okay, let me stop dabbling. But, in Portal, you have sort of these things that resemble personality, these sentries, the cores, different characters that you can interact with and talk to that are right there. It makes the adventure feel just a little more real, I guess you could say. But you don't really have that here in Q.U.B.E. You don't have those characters that you get to relate with, at least not in this point in the game. At this point, I'm just about halfway through, so if they were going to introduce any long-lasting characters, I'm pretty sure they would have at this point. But, alright then, so we just gotta knock the ball over this way, and then hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh no, I messed it up. That's another thing I've had a hard time with, personally. I'm very used to first person being on the computer, so when it comes to it being on the PS4, sometimes I have a hard time angling this up, especially for these, physics ones where my timing really, really matters. So let's try that one more time, and hopefully everything works out well. So are you gonna fall? It looks like you're not going to. So let's try this. It's gonna launch you way over there when I don't really want to do that. So we'll try to solve this one though. Give it our best shot. And then one more time. And then, oh, wrong one. There we go. Okay, just barely. I was able to do it. It can also be hard because, the ball might be in the way of the one you want to click. But either way, we did it, so no complaints here. Now here, I think what I want to do is this, and then this, and then, I believe I want to do this again. Yeah, just like that. And then just retract this. And let's see if that worked. Okay, I remember getting really stuck on that one, so I'm glad I was able to do it a bit easier. But there we go, we made our way through, I think, all of the different physics puzzles in this section, and there we go, there is section 3. So that is Q.U.B.E. I don't want to do any more of the sections because I don't want to spoil too much, but there you go, brings me back to the main menu because I did sector select. But of course you have some other stuff. You have Against the Qlock. Now this is basically where you can solve puzzles within a timer. It can be pretty interesting. You'll find different things in these levels that, you know, reduce your time, make you go faster. I personally not a fan. I just didn't enjoy it. I like taking my time with the puzzles, making sure I'm doing everything right. So it wasn't my thing, but if you really like to challenge yourself, if you know, you're really into like something similar to like Portal speedrunning, this might be for you. Not only that, but we also have an extras area, but there's not too much here. You have leaderboards if you're competitive, gameplay stats, again, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, and credits. But there you go, that's Q.U.B.E. Director's Cut, a good game, especially if you're into the first-person puzzle, Portal-style gameplay. It might be great for you. It's available on PS4, it's been available on PC for a good while now too, but either way, you can find it in the link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, share it with your friends and family, and comment in the comment section below. What do you think about Q.U.B.E. Director's Cut? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.